In the present video, I will be explaining how to use some Excel functions to compute some statistics. In this table, we have the income of 7 vice presidents of a company, and we want to compute these statistics. It will be a good idea to know the name of the function in Excel. Usually the name of the function in Excel is the same or an abbreviation of this name. In the case of the mean, the name is different. The mean in Excel is called the average. The first things to do is to choose in which cell do you want to see the result. For example, for the case of the mean, choose this cell and type equal, and then type the name of the function. For example, in the case of the mean, the name of the function is average. So type average. You can type the first letter of the name. Excel gives you several options. Notice that average is here. So choose average, and Excel by default open the bracket. Inside this bracket, you need to put the numbers to which you are going to compute the average. In this case, are these numbers that are in this range of cell between B2 and BA. Select all these numbers and don't forget to cross the bracket. Press enter. That gives you the average. The name of the function to compute the median is the same name, median. So you can type equal and type the first letter, for example, mid, and you notice that median is the only option. So you can choose this median. By default, it cells open the bracket and then choose the numbers. So remember that you are going to choose the numbers, in this case, between B2 and BA. So you can select all these cells until B8. And don't forget to cross the bracket and enter. We're going to compute also the population variance. We know that in this case we need to compute the population variance because this is the annual income of the 7 vice presidents of a company. So these are the population of vice presidents. But anyway, that was the question, to compute the population variance. So to compute the population variance, you can type variance. You can type, don't forget the equal signs, equal variance. And there are two options for the variance. There's var p for the population variance and var s for the sample variance. In this case, it's the population variance, so you select var p, and then the bracket is open and select the numbers inside the bracket. Select the number to which you are going to compute this variance, and add this number again between B2 and B8. Select the numbers and cross the bracket and just press enter and you see the variance. And if you want to compute the standard deviation, you can get the square root of this number. But you can also use the function for the population variance in Excel. To type this function, type equal and then type a standard. You try to type a standard and you notice there are several options here. Standard P, STDS, and this is for the standard deviation of the sample. This is for the standard deviation of a population. In this case, because you have a population, you are going to compute this one. You are going to use this one. So just standard deviation of the population, and then select the numbers. And don't forget to cross the bracket after your selection and enter. And this is the standard deviation. You can check that this one is the square root of this. Let's put it here. Equal SQRT, open bracket, and select the number you are going to compute the square root. So this is the square root of this number, and don't forget to cross the bracket and enter. And you notice that this is the same answer. To compute the minimum of these numbers, just press equal and then type MIN. So this is, as soon as you type MI, appear several options. You know that you can type min, open bracket, and then select the number. And Excel is gonna get what is the minimum of these numbers. So get this and press enter. So the minimum is 98. So this is the minimum. To get the maximum, again, similar, equals, don't forget the equals, the max, and then open bracket and select the numbers. and this will be this number between B2 and BA. And don't forget to cross the bracket and enter. And this will be the maximum of these salaries, of these incomes. This is 152,000 that is here. And finally, if you want to compute the mode, just type equal mode. When you type mode, there are two options, mode multi and mode single. So I prefer to use mode because in this case, Excel is going to get several answers if there are several modes. So I'm going to choose this one, mode. And this is the case that we don't know in advance if we have a multimodal data set. Because in case that this is a multimodal data set, Excel is going to find all the possible modes. So let's select the numbers between B2 and B8, cross the brackets, and enter. And you see here that there was two modes, appears 115,000 and 150,000 as mode. In any case, you need to research the name of the functions. And if you know the name of the function, the only that you need to do is just press equal, the name of the function, bracket, and inside the bracket, the range of cells from which you want to compute the function. This is my explanation. Any other function will be computed in a similar way. Thank you.